robbing. Rolex diamonds. Fendi flip flops, I'm styling. Buy brown Rolex diamonds. I do like robbing. Rolex diamonds. Hey, I do like robbing. Fendi flip flops, I'm styling. Like robbing. Fendi flip flops, I'm styling. Like Batman. Know that I'm. Just know that I'm. Just left church, I'm wildin'. Poppy round Rolex diamonds. Rolex diamonds. She don't wanna leave, she vibing. I just left church, I'm wildin'. I'm wildin'. Fendi flip flops, I'm styling. Heat it up, heat it up, heat it. No sit. Riding out. No, I never. It's something about me, just tell you I will. If you're not my friend, I don't fake it, I never. Young rap, this amazing Margiela. 2 icy chains on top of my sweater. This the success of my latest endeavors. When I come around, I guess they not together. I'm making her better. She wanna come and play Jenga, I let her. She from the hood, I could take her wherever. I ain't making no statements. I bought it cash, I ain't making no payments. I gave it to DJs and they never played it. Except for the hood and the ghetto, I'm famous. Lawyers check it. You ain't have to finesse it. 2 praying hands, I know.
The bright lights and tall buildings of downtown Los Angeles setting the scene for us here tonight. Hi, everyone. DA, take it away.
Well, for the last...
A lot riding on it. Thanks, David. While we get a break, let's take a look at the October standings out west. You take a look at Los Angeles. In the early season, they find themselves down in 9th place.
And I think for the Lakers, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing. It perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Batum. Then it's Devin Harris. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Cousins in at the 5 spot. And for the Lakers, up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Klay Thompson is out there with Harden. And it's LeBron in at the 3, the small forward. Well, Clark, no doubt you've been through this many times. The regular season is a grind. I think you said that before. Do the veteran players need to teach the young guys how to handle that schedule?
I clearly think, Kevin, that the veterans can be helpful, but there's nothing like firsthand experience, and you really have to experience the length and the grueling nature of the season to understand how you best can weather the schedule, but veterans certainly can be helpful.
Is there a rookie wall, Clark? Is that true?
Yeah, I think there is one. Clearly, I hit it, and most rookies that I've talked to during my time and beyond find a period in that season when they bump into that wall. Boy, that was a pretty assist by Harris.
Here's Harden, and there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Cousins.
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim, but the epic throwdown.
Hornets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And then Cousins with the dunk.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Kuzma passes to Davis. Banked in off the glass.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and varying the quality shot.
Hornets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Harris kicks to Rozier. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. Rozier's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
You know, the touch on Thompson's three-point shot just off the charts. He just never seems to lose his feel.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Davis against Cousins.
And the aggressive attitude of Davis on D makes him such a tough matchup. He's not going to give his man an inch of breathing room, and that was the difference on that possession. Boy, do they look sharp. I mean, everything falling for them.
And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Charlotte Hornets. 6-point game. And the pass to Rozier. Cousins trying to free himself up. And the basket by Rozier. Rozier's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And James Borrego, in his 2nd year as head coach, wants an offense that... Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Yes, indeed. Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
Green against Rozier. Smith, the pass to Caruso. He dishes it to Green. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Monk for 3. That's good. And it's Rozier with the assist.
You've got to be up on Monk all the time. I mean, even when the pass has not gotten to him yet, you need to be there before it arrives because he's ready to let it go when he catches it.
There's Green with the 3. And the Lakers get it back. Here's Davis. Can't connect from short range.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Bridges. And it's blocked.
Upping his intensity on the defensive end. Love to see that. Kuzma uses his length and athleticism to challenge and alter shots.
1:14 left here in the opening quarter. Monk for 3.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Not 1 second chance bucket allowed. That is finishing off good defense.
Carries it from 3-point range.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Passes it to Rozier. Williams trying to break free. And it's Rozier missing. Lakers leading by 9. To the paint. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Monk. Bridges with it. Picked up by Kuzma. Monk. Green with the block.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Kuzma can't get it to go. Charlotte is gone. 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Knocked away. Pass to Rozier. Hernan Gomez finds Williams. That's good from 17 feet away.
The in-between area, those spots, that's where Williams likes to get his shots.
Here's Caruso. That shot missing. James Harden getting it done for Los Angeles. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts. Well, you see a lot of players who pick up the controller and fire it.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I'm
always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
Green and Davis in at the forward position. Then there's Howard. And it's Smith. And it's Caruso in at the point guard. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Charlotte's had to wait a bit the last few years. Now, the city hosted the All-Star game last season. But for the Hornets, they've gone 3 seasons without a playoff appearance and 15 seasons without winning a playoff series. In that time, the franchise has had 7 head coaches in a shifting front office. Buzz City is hoping that its wait for playoff relevance will end soon. Kevin?
We all are. David, thank you. And there's the foul. We'll go on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul. Some changes for the Lakers. James checked in for Green. Thompson comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's James Harden in for Alex Caruso. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Williams. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist comes in for Miles Bridges. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Monk. And Harris subbed in for Rozier. Lakers leading by 11.
You know, with LeBron coming to L.A., the Lakers trying to speed up their timeline. I mean, the roster never quite got gelled. The end result, LeBron's first time outside the playoffs since 2005, which was his second season as a pro. That's a remarkable run.
Harris dishes to Kidd-Gilchrist. Back to Harris. They double him with LeBron. And there's Michael Kidd-Gilchrist on the assist by Harris. Kidd-Gilchrist has got it back down to within single digits for the Hornets. And when you look back on LeBron's first year in Los Angeles, Clark, how would you rate it?
Well, I think a mild disappointment, but remember now, before he got hurt, they were 4 or 5 games above 500, but the injuries, some other drama, really changes in the front office, instability led to a disappointing and frustrating season.
Harris passes to Biyombo. He gets it in there. And it's Harden with the ball for Los Angeles. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
And Thompson kicks to LeBron. Kicks it out to Harden. Shot clock at 5. It's rebounded by Charlotte, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see the frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
Yeah, they had no answer for them. They simply got outplayed and outworked.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Davis. The Hornets also with a sub. Hernan Gomez is checked in. Shoots from 14. From deep, James. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. James has got the lead up to 12 now for the Lakers. The Hornets have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Harris finds Cousins. And he gets it to go. Cousins has got his second bucket tonight. Clark, we're seeing a lot of shooters drawing contact. They have that art form down. They know exactly what to do and how to position their bodies, don't they?
Yeah, they really do, Kevin. And I don't know if anybody's any better than James Harden. Harden because he's so skilled with the ball, but he's a really thick, strong, agile guard, which makes him hard to defend without fouling him. And he's really developed that ability to seek contact in a legal manner. I don't think anybody does it any better than him.
.153 left in the second quarter. Oh, Kuzma's in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Pass to Cousins. Good D by Howard.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And the Hornets call time here.
And last season, really not a fun one for Dwight Howard as he missed a lot of time. A lot of games left on the table by him as he has battled those back issues.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Smith checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Alex Caruso in for James Harden. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Williams, he's checked in for Cousins. Miles Bridges comes in for Kid Gilchrist. Malik Monk, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Rozier in for Devin Harris. Hornets trail by 18. And there's the foul. We'll go on Alex Caruso. That'll be his second foul of the game. Rozier, the pass to Monk. 43 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Rozier kicks to Williams.
And teams have nights like this when the shots that usually drop just won't go down. That's when you have to rely on your defense, and that's the only way to stay in the game.
Boy, you're playing with fire anytime you leave somebody open on James' team. I mean, LeBron, his court vision, outstanding.
Rozier, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Will it go? Poked away.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
And so it's Los Angeles, holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps.
Thanks a lot, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Boy, what a crowd joining us here for our halftime report. I'm Ernie Johnson. James Harden was the man in the first. He had 11 points and 2 assists. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well,
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Batum is out there with Michael Kidd Gilchrist. Then there's Terry Rozier. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Harris in at the 2. He gets that one.
Love the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
And the Charlotte franchise has been stuck in the middle for so long with Kemba Walker leaving this summer in free agency, Greg. Is it time for them to hit the reset button?
A rebuild does seem in order. I'm not sure they have the stomach for it, but they need to tear it down to the studs and start over.
And the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
And Harris does a really good job using his quickness to his advantage, and he's got plenty of that quickness. A creative guard who plays with an edge, too.
Here's Kuzma, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Michael Kidd Gilchrist.
In positionless basketball, all the rage, and Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets.
Here's Rozier, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And very light-footed is Kuzma. Moves well for his size.
You know, kind of a tweener in terms of build, but he has the ability to light up that scoreboard, something every team can use.
And the jam by Harden.
How about the concentration? I mean, Harden is used to finishing past intense defense. There he goes, doing it again.
And here are the Hornets now. Out to the wing. No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. Good on the three-point shot. Rozier's got 5 points in the quarter. It's Harden with the drive. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
I've got a word for Harden. It's indefatigable. Say that real fast, which basically means he's tireless. Even when he's carrying the whole offense, he's got great energy and stamina.
And stolen by Cousins. Batum scanning the floor. That one off the back iron and out.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing, and all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A.
Tell you what, time is moving on now. When you think about Nick Batum, has been in the league a decade now. Wow. Throughout his career, this guy's been consistent in terms of his versatility and production.
Bangs home the trifecta.
And Green is a world-class sniper, laser, an excellent shooter. Great at getting his puppy set on these shots from deep.
Down low, here's Biyombo. And it's Biyombo with the jam.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
And with Batum, Clark, that versatility is what makes him so great.
Well, you know, if you need him to score, he can. If you need him to create and rebound, he can do that too. He's just a very versatile player. It seems like every season Batum is able to plug in and play a different role and do it at a high level.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Harden up top, guarded by Harris. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
And the Lakers with some changes. Howard comes in for Kyle Kuzma, and Smith subbed in for Klay Thompson. And then for Charlotte, Williams, he's checked in for Cousins. Bridges comes in for Kid Gilchrist. And Monks subbed in for Nicholas Batum. Doubled by Smith. It's stolen by Green. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. It's tipped and stolen by Williams. Harris with it. And it's Harden picking him up. Monk, no one around him. And there's another one for the Hornets.
Yeah, you know, I like watching Monk stroke it from the mid-range. We know he's got deep range, but that mid-range makes him hard to guard.
Harden finds Howard. Smith outside. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. That's now 8 points for Smith.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Here's Monk, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
We know he can shoot deep, but he also has a nice touch inside, so Monk has a lot of confidence wherever he's shooting the ball from.
Harden, they kick it out to Green, takes a three, and another three for the Lakers.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Sharing the basketball is a part of the game that Monk needs to continue to add to complement his shooting.
Harden against Harris. Green deciding where to go with it. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
And the Lakers making a change here. Caruso's checked in. Charlotte also making some changes. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Biyombo. And it's Milos Teodosic in for Devin Harris. Monk with the ball. He's against Smith. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Speed kills, and the speed of Monk is a problem for the defense. I mean, doing a nice job using his speed to force the defense to foul him on the way up.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for him. And with his... And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Clark, if you were a coach on a team, what would you want to see from a guy by the end of his rookie season in the NBA?
You know, Kevin, I won't be specific because I think it's more general in my estimation. Owning his development, whatever that means, embracing how he's going to get better. If it's a particular area of the game, yes, but understanding the professionalism of work ethic and developing good habits and really owning that. That's what I would want to see.
Howard is out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Avery Bradley. Then there's J.R. Smith. And it's Caruso in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. The pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Monk. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
The putback, great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Smith outside. From deep three-point range. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hornets have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And it goes down 2 points.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
And McGee kicks to Caruso. Smith the pass to Caruso. Fires from deep. Offensive rebound. And Howard with the stuff.
There are not many better on the offensive glass than Howard. He's a flat-out beast, especially if you don't box him out.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Here's Hernan Gomez. McGee with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. Los Angeles making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. Here's Washington, and it's sent back by Howard.
And, you know, this is a definite strength of Howard's game. I think he's a rim protector of an elite level.
Here's Caruso for 3. Trains the three-pointer. Rondo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnover.
And that one's good, Caruso.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
They need this. Hernan Gomez trying to break free. And it's Washington missing.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And Bradley gets it to go.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Monk. Charlotte with the new shot clock. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Danny Green, he's checked in for the Lakers. Biyombo is checked in for the Hornets. Here's Rondo. They double team Howard. Shoots the 3. of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. Charlotte shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Teodosic. Rondo with the steal.
Just waiting for a chance to make a play, and when the pass was made, he's all over it. Just a fantastic steal.
Great reach that time by Howard. He went way upstairs to throw that one down. Can pretty much get any pass that's around the goal.
Charlotte shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Here's Washington. A shot, no good. And it's the Lakers the other way. Mobbed up there for Howard, and it's slammed in by Howard.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
Last season, the NBA announcing the launch of a league and
basketball, which is a game that obviously you and I love.
And Clark, we see so many foreign players come into the NBA and play well. Not just play, but play well.
Yeah, and not just Africa, although
right.
a number of players from Africa, but a number of different countries that have signed on. It could make for a more exciting league.
Here's Charlotte.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less.
Oh, yes, sir. Come on, bring it.
That's how you power that one down, young fella.
He went hard to the hoop and did not disappoint when he got there.
Passivity is a no-no. You've got to attack.
Here's Teodosic. Charlotte moving it around. That one falls.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Outside Rondo, and Green launches it from deep. They get it again. Count that one.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Back to Teodosic. And another three for Charlotte.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Bacon gets the bucket.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Rondo finds Bradley. Now McGee. A deep three from Green. Yep, it's good. And So it's the Lakers taking care of business here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And a chance now to send it over to... All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you next time.
Spin as you go, helicopter. Spin as you go, helicopter. Spin as you go, helicopter. Living with all of these strangers.
Coming right up, the Lakers. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. And a quick look at how the Grizzlies schedule it. DA, it's all you.
Well, it took...
In DA, that's the standard for the Lakers organization. Thanks for that report. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Iguodala and Jackson Jr. at the forward slots. Morant and Allen at the guard spots. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And for Los Angeles, up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Klay Thompson is out there with Harden. And it's LeBron in at the small forward. Hey, Smitty, for rookies being given a lot of responsibility early in a season, early in their career, do you think it helps their growth, or does it run the risk of hurting their confidence early?
You know, I think it helps them, but I think those type of rookies that you give so much and put on their plate, you still have to have some veterans around them.
Because there are going to be problems, aren't there, in early on?
There's always going to be adversity throughout the season. If you have a championship caliber team, there's going to be some ups and downs.
And Harden finished second in MVP voting in 2017, won the MVP in 2018. A multi-talented combo guard who just seems to get better every season.
James, the pass to Davis. Fires, high post, and it's in there.
Just a good, solid shot from mid-range. Davis understands that simple is more important than sizzle.
Allen outside. About a minute played so far here in the first. 6 on the shot clock. No good from Valanciunas. The Lakers with a quick start to this game. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
And they dropped the season series to these guys a year ago. Not their proudest moment. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Last season, the trade request for Anthony Davis became public. A $50,000 fine when his agent confirmed it. A tough situation for him and New Orleans.
Stolen by Thompson. And here we go. Fast break. Kuzma's got it. Here's Davis, and Davis throws it down.
Beating everyone to the board, using his length, his skill set, the big fella AD, getting it done.
Morant with it. He's coming off a 22-point game against Brooklyn. Iguodala against LeBron to stop the run, and the rejection by James. Offensive rebound, Valanciunas, and at last they get one to fall.
And the lid comes off the basket after 4 straight misses. They finally get one.
And it's Davis missing. And a minute's restriction last season for Anthony Davis. There was talk, Smitty, of shutting him down completely.
The league said no, Kevin. The fans, you know, he's still a fan favorite in New Orleans, and they paid their money to see him in large part. Now a new team, hopefully it works out for everybody.
Here is Harden after the made shot from Andre Iguodala. Out to Thompson from downtown, and another three for the Lakers.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Here's James, and there's the pass to Davis. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. The Grizzlies trail by 11. Morant with a wide open look. No good on the three. Harden against Iguodala. Harden finds Davis, and here's Thompson. Kicks it out to Harden. Here's Davis. The Grizzlies pull it in. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
Point blank, this is a bad combination. If you're looking to get stops, that's not the way.
Harden, that's good.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Dwight Howard's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Green comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Alex Caruso in for James Harden. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Rab's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Jay Crowder comes in for Jaren Jackson. Jackson, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And Brooks subbed in for Allen.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
And that one's good, Morant.
And for a great shooter, Morant really works for high percentage shots. Loves to take it inside.
Green against Brooks. Here's Howard. Here's Caruso. Here's Davis. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Davis has got 6.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
107 left here in the first quarter. Yes, that goes in.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Green kicks to Caruso. Back to Green. For the three. Rebounded by Jackson. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. 11-point game. And it's Brooks in the corner. Here's Rab. He's guarded by Howard. 6 to shoot. Pass to Morant. Offline with his 3. The Grizzlies trail by 11. Latrey. The shot that time, not on target.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Connects from three-point range. 5 points in the game.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
If you love analytics, this is what this is all about. They favor the 3-ball. You can pile up.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, the Lakers are pretty much in control here.
Just stretching out the floor that first, they had the defense scrambling.
The reason why, excellent spacing. They may not stay this hot all game, but hard to bet against them.
Green and Davis in at the forward positions. Then there's Howard. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Caruso in at the 2 guard. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. Rabb, the pass to Crowder. Sinks that one from the post. Crowder's got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
No good from Howard.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Brooks, and Davis sends it back.
What's crazy about AD as a shot blocker, he can block your shot at all 3 levels.
And a deep three from Harden. They get it back, moves back up. Here's Howard. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Here's Anderson. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Lakers leading by 11.
And Memphis owing a pick to Boston. Rumor was they hoped it would convey this summer rather than rolling over to the 2020 draft.
Moving up to number 2, not a bad outcome with a potential star, Ja Morant. They've got another key player for their rebuild.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. When it comes to just the love for the game, Smitty, does every NBA player have to have that? Or is it possible to not love the game, embrace the game, and work through it in that way?
You know, I think 90% of the guys have a love for the game. I think there are some guys that just don't love it, but they play it. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as it doesn't, I guess, spill over to the guys that love it. There's some plays, I played with some players, after they left the gym, they didn't think about a game, of watching the game, playing the game, but when they're on the court, they gave 110% effort. There's some guys that just love it, and there's some guys that just like it.
But I know you, and you loved the game.
I still love it, Kevin, still love it.
I know you do, I know you do. Grizzlies making a switch here. Iguodala's checked in. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Allen. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You know, Steve, the business part of the NBA, very strong. But Commissioner Silver doesn't want to be complacent either.
No, he doesn't. He's always been forward thinking. They're doing a good job of being proactive. They're doing a good job of just throwing out ideas. And what I love the most, Kevin, working with the Players Association.
I'm with you. And Davis puts it in.
Throughout the evening, he's got to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Iguodala outside. Pass to Jackson. Allen finds Valanciunas, and the call on the shot sends him to the line. That one on Davis.
He's so good at scoring inside. You know Valanciunas can get to the line.
Josh Jackson's checked in for Kyle Anderson. And steady improvement, Smitty, for Lithuanian big man Jonas Valanciunas. You look at his per-minute numbers, pretty impressive.
They are. He'll give you 20 and 10 with 30 minutes a night. But in today's game, it's so perimeter-oriented. Will he get that opportunity?
Rondo against Allen. Here's the floater. And the dunk by Jackson.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Kuzma kicks to Rondo. Thompson passes to Davis. A three-pointer off the mark.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Kept alive, Valanciunas, and the lead is down inside single digits. Valanciunas has got 6 points.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Kuzma passes to Thompson. Buries the long-range jumper.
You can count on this from Clay. He will stretch you from distance.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. James checked in for Rajon Rondo. Cloak loose, and it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Memphis. They'll head back home to host the Phoenix Suns. And then on Monday, The Houston Rockets will come into town.
And looking at that Timberwolves matchup, it's never easy going up against the top team in the West. But if they're able to come away with the win, it's going to be a huge confidence booster.
Danny Green, he's checked in for the Lakers. Alex Caruso comes in for James Harden.
And let's take a look at Kyle Kuzma's numbers. A very nice season for him last year. Last season, he averaged 18 points per, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
Valanciunas hits them both. And last season, Jonas Valanciunas averaging the fewest minutes of his career. Greg, at the same time, he was playing the best basketball of his career.
Beautiful pass. LeBron, fun to watch. Intelligent, outstanding read.
The Grizzlies trail by 11. Allen outside, passes it to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. The pass to Green. James trying to free himself up. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Catch and shoot. This is where Danny Green makes his money.
Now here's Allen. He's tightly guarded. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. LeBron heading to the hoop. And James throws it down.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Iguodala up top. Guarded by Kuzma. Pass to Valanciunas. Second chance shot. And the rejection by James.
You got to keep an eye out for LeBron. He may be lurking. What a block that one was.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And there
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show. A tremendous game we're seeing from Anthony Davis. He had 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And that wraps up the halftime.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, Davis has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Morant and Allen at the guard spots. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Iguodala in at the small forward position. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. They trail by 14. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Here's Morant. The offensive rebound. Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got the first points of the second half here for Memphis.
Aggressive move coming out of the half, penetrating into the heart of the defense.
That was a good play call, attacking with the right guy in the right situation.
And doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that that three-point shot is a primary weapon.
Here's Morant. It's Allen, top of the key. Stolen by Harden. Floats it up for James. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Thompson. A very nice season for him last year. 17th in three-point field goal percentage, and amongst the league's top-tier scorers, top 20 in points per game.
And one of the better three-point shooters in the league last season. And as you said, he was really good from out deep practically every time we saw him play.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Morant. Throws it up high. And it's Davis missing.
Ugly start to this half. Hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
A three-pointer is right on target.
And this has been Crowder's role for a while now. Often shoots more three-pointers than two-pointers.
Davis dishes to Harden. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Thompson with the bucket.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Pass to Rab. There's the feed to Morant. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
And when Morant is cooking like this, it's fun to watch. He burns you in so many ways.
Let's go. The rebound by Rab. Rab's got his 4th rebound in this one. From 11 feet away. And Morant gets it to go on the assist from Crowder. And that's 15 points for Ja Morant. From deep, Harden gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Lakers lead by 11.
Yeah, you got your shooters and you have your scorers, but James Harden is both.
Passes it to Rab. Inside, Jackson. And what a play! Just snatched out of the air. Credit the block. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. On the wing, Brooks. And a miss there on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage. And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically. Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential All-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Howard's checked in for Davis. Green comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. Rajon Rondo subbed in for James Harden.
And Jackson certainly has a lot of explosiveness. One of those guys who really wears his heart on his sleeve and brings that energy level every night.
Three-pointer, and the three ball is good. Jackson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Defensively, a breakdown along the perimeter. Just too slow to rotate.
And here's Green outside. They get it back. Now the pass to Rondo. Back to LeBron. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. You take a look at Green, second in the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Rab. And Grayson Allen subbed in for Jay Crowder.
Still playing at an MVP level, LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there. And they are shooting themselves in the foot here. They've lost their touch at the line. The percentage continues to drop from where it was in that first half.
The Grizzlies trail by 5. Here's Morant. 18 points for him. And it's sent back by Howard.
And love seeing Howard rise up and reject shooters. Just a juggernaut on defense.
Nailed from three-point land.
How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please. That's terrible. Pass
to Anderson. And here's Valanciunas. James covering. Valanciunas finds Allen. From deep, here's Jackson, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And their three-point shooting has paved the way for them. Back to the action after this word. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then it's Harden, then there's Howard. And it's Caruso in at the 1 spot. That's the Laker 5.
The power to shoot a clean 3 from any distance. One of LeBron's many weapons.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
This is, and I think his coach would agree, unacceptable. 1 turnover in the first half, now multiple turnovers since the break. Too much.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. Smitty, you've seen this before, separating teams that can make the deep playoff run, those that can't get bounced out early. What have you found is the difference between those two?
A lot of times, Kevin, it comes down to those teams have more talent that can make those deep playoff runs. Also, they can make adjustments. And I think also they're a team that has better chemistry, and they can win defensively and not just have to rely on their offense.
And Howard once averaged almost 23 points a game. Now he's much more of a complimentary scorer.
Pass to Jackson. A 3-ball. Drops in the tray.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
From deep, Harden. That shot misses. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Teardrop shot, and the rejection by LeBron. Anderson nails the baby hook. Anderson's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Grizzlies. Timeout called the Lakers. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with their team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. Davis is checked in for the Lakers. Klay Thompson comes in for Alex Caruso. Memphis also making some changes. Jaren Jackson comes in for Kyle Anderson. And it's Morant in for Josh Jackson. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, during that last timeout, I listened to Frank Vogel talk to his team. He said, I love how we're shooting the basketball. You guys have been locked in from 3. Just keep taking makeable shots. If you don't have it, pass it to the guy who does. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Passes it to Valanciunas. It's Allen on the wing. James covering. Jackson misses.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's LeBron. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
The defender gets caught in a bad position. LeBron powerful enough to convert through contact. Let's see what he does at the line.
Morant with it, working on James, and Thompson sends it back. And the basket by Jackson.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And a deep 3 from Harden. Stuff.
There's where Thompson's underrated vision comes into play. That's an excellent find.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here, the Grizzlies trail by 11. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Morant with it, and it's Harden picking him up. And it's Morant missing. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Here's Valanciunas. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feet. 10 points for Valanciunas.
Valanciunas has a look from the mid-range. He is very comfortable taking it.
It's Harden with the drive.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, that man is going for the jugular.
The Grizzlies trail by 13. Now here's Morant. To the middle, here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
You see the court awareness Morant has. Outstanding at keeping his teammates involved with good look.
2 points, that one goes.
Unbelievable. This guy is completely in a zone.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. They're behind by 13. 1:53 left in the game. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. And the pass to Morant. To the paint, here's Valanciunas. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Valanciunas has got 4 points now in the quarter. Harden kicks to Thompson. An absolute bomb from three-point range. And the Lakers lead by 14. The Grizzlies have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. And some solid looks for them. Here's Valanciunas. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Oh, I don't believe that. He's better than that. Come on.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Well, Steve, we keep seeing new arenas and new state-of-the-art training facilities. As a player, what do you value more, home court or the practice court?
Kevin, I really think it's the practice court because you spend so much time there. But a lot of times now, franchises have both, the home court and their practice facility right inside the arena. If you can have the practice court at an all-time high, something guys like and love, they'll spend a lot of time there.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Los Angeles.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Klay Thompson.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
And so it's Memphis with it. It's a 13-point game. He was all alone on that one.
Andre getting the offensive juices flowing, just a confident player who likes taking those type of shots.
The deep three from Harden. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. From deep three-point range, they get the rebound, and the second chance effort by Jackson.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And so the Lakers take the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, were you satisfied with the team's performance tonight?
We got a very good team, but in order for us to continue to improve, we have to go out and we have to defend, we have to play for one another, and we have to be selfless. You know, it's not about the individual, it's about the team, and if we all give in to what the team needs to do to be better, then we'll be okay.
It is a work in progress, LeBron. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Put your name and your ankles on a hashtag. This too easy, it's like shooting on a trash can. Woo!